Hey guys, welcome to the Homestead. So today I wanted to make a video, jump in here and just mention to some of you that I'm not trying to scare you. You know, when I talk about a collapse or hyperinflation or deflation or whatever could be on the horizon, I'm not trying to scare you. What I'm trying to do is motivate you to take precautions and to have a plan so that you can get through this, because historically these things have happened. Okay, we're not immune to it. It's happened in our country. We've had such a huge time span, a number of generations since it's really happened the last time, that we've forgotten. And so trying to warn someone of the dangers that is not even close to being in their mind is a hard thing to do. They have no concept of what could possibly be, because their grandparents are gone, their great-grandparents are gone, and they have no recollection. There's no one with a history that can bring these sort of events or these sort of circumstances to mind. And so we become complacent, we become comfortable, we become spoiled, we become entitled. I love all these commercials. If you notice watching the commercials today, the commercials will be advertising a product or a service, and they'll say, you deserve this comfort, you deserve this service, you deserve this product, because you deserve to be happy or to be fulfilled or whatever. But they use that phrase, you deserve. That's the entitlement. That's what leads to entitlement. You only deserve what you work for. And if you don't plan for what's coming, you're going to get what you deserve. It's like the ant and the grasshopper. You know, we've talked about this before on our channel. The ant and the grasshopper. The ant works and works and works and works and works so that when winter comes, he has food. See, he is deserving a good winter's rest because he worked. The grasshopper, all he gets is a freezing cold death because he didn't work, and he gets what he deserves. All you deserve in life is what you work for. So when I talk about these things that are going to happen, they have historically happened in this country before. They have historically happened throughout history, all throughout other ancient cultures before, and it will happen again. All I'm trying to do is motivate you to take some precautions and to have a plan, so that when this happens, you're going to come out the better side of it. You know, you're not going to come out unscathed. You're not going to come out, you know, without any sort of emotional trauma. But you are going to end up better than people who did not plan, who failed to plan, who said, this is not going to happen, or they refused to limit some of their consumption and maybe put a few things back like the ant did. And they live like the grasshopper instead of living like the ant. So, all that said, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to motivate you. Look at the things that you have around you. Look at some of the things, the deficiencies that you may have around you, and try to plug some holes into that leaking ship. We all have leaks. We're just trying to plug the leaks and keep the leaks manageable. And you can do that. I saw a video today from another YouTuber. Some of you guys probably watch him. His name is Southern Prepper One. Been watching him for years. And you know, he's talking about wood stoves and how you need to get one, and just he goes through a lot of different things on his channel. And he's not trying to scare anybody. He's just trying to motivate you. He's trying to, you know, show you that there's a way to prepare for some of these things that are going to be happening. You're seeing a lot of stuff in the news right now about supply chains and what they're doing. See, when these sort of things happen, the elites, the media, the propagandists, they always try to find something to blame but themselves. But it was really their greed that led to this sort of thing happening. The fractional reserve lending system that we have in this country has led to this, and what that does is make rich people richer. It's always the way it's been. Now, what they do is they try to focus blame on something else. And usually war happens. That's why you hear the war drums beating between Ukraine, Russia, and the South China Sea, and all this other stuff going on. But they're trying to shift your focus so that what happens is, like what happened in the French Revolution, the aristocrats don't end up in the guillotine. Because historically that has happened quite often. Or these leaders, these people who, policymakers, who made horrible policies to benefit themselves and their friends, usually end up tarred, feathered, hung in the town square, or beat to death with shovels by the regular townsfolks who just can't stand it that they were taken advantage of. And that's what happens. So what you see right now is a whole bunch of people putting the blame on the supply chain. And that'll shift focus over to eventually the people who run the supply chain. Because they don't want the focus to be on themselves. Guys, the only reason we're in this amount of trouble, it has nothing to do with supply chain. The reason inflation is running out of control and will at some point reach hyperinflation is because of the money printing. Pure and simple. The government's inability, the Congress's inability to control money printing. Inflation is always caused by one thing and one thing only. It's not caused by supply chain breakdowns or, gouging prices by retailers. No. It's always by one thing and one thing only, and that is by out of control money printing by the government that's in power. That's it. Pure and simple. If you look at the M1, M2 money supply, they don't even calculate it anymore because it's off the charts. They're printing money and spending money like there is no tomorrow, because really there isn't any. So they're doing it quick because they're trying to get everything they can before it collapses. And they're trying to shift focus now because they like where they live. They love their homes. They love their yachts, their playgrounds that they live in. And the only way they're going to survive really is to move to another country and have an army with them, or an army that they can hire cheap. And you ain't gonna hire an army cheap here. So don't believe the media when they say this is all about supply chain breakdowns. It's not. It's about money printing. And our Congress could come out tomorrow and be like, Federal Reserve, stop the printing. Stop the printing. And this would really begin to correct itself. The markets would take a tumble. Stock markets, a lot of businesses would go out of business, but you'd have a deflationary collapse very quickly. But that would be a lot better than going into hyperinflation and seeing all the calamity that will cause, because that will be much worse. Anyway, I just thought I'd jump in here and make a quick video. One thing I have noticed in my comment section over the last few weeks, that now that we've been talking about some of these things, is that there are a lot less naysayers, a lot less people who are saying, oh, Zach, well, there's a whole bunch of deer over there. I love living out where I live here. I see more deer than I see people on most days. And that has, in fact, been the case today. I saw a whole bunch of deer coming out of here this morning, and going back in on the mountain, I see a whole bunch more deer. Must have been like 15, 20 deer out there. What was I saying? Oh, yes, in the comment section, I see a lot less of these people who comment and say, Zach, you're just trying to scare people. How dare you? Because all of you people can read the tea leaves now at this point. There's no tea leaves. The tea has been splashed into your face. Even the mainstream media is talking about recession and supply chain breakdowns and inflation. And I remember a couple years ago, inflation was evident everywhere. But nobody on the mainstream media wanted to mention the I word. And it was like, okay, who's going to be the first to say it? Who's going to be the first to mention the I word? Inflation. And eventually someone said it, and someone else said it, and someone else said it. And finally, it's unavoidable. It is here. In fact, we're moving towards hyperinflation. And shrinkflation. No one's mentioning that, but it's everywhere. You go buy a box of cereal, at the store, it's like that thin. A box of cereal. It's real tall, a box of cereal. Like it always has been, but real thin. You remember the box of Cheerios back in like the 1980s and 90s? It was like thick, a big old thick box of Cheerios. Not anymore, it's like thin. And it's like you can eat 2 bowls out of that thing and it's gone. If you eat cereal like I do. I don't even buy cereal. I don't buy cereal, it's too expensive. But if you did, y'all need to get used to oatmeal because that's cheap. That's cheap, and it's good. It's good for you. Got a lot less nasty chemicals in it. All right, anyway, I just thought I'd throw a video out there today, guys. And leave your comments below. Let me know, when does the hyperinflation hit? When does a loaf of bread cost $10,000? A year from now? 2 years from now? Because it's coming. Oh, yes. History has seen it, and it will see it again. When will the loaf of bread cost $10,000? Because it's coming. Boy, yes. Oh, it's getting foggy. The higher up on elevation I go, the foggier it's getting. Okay, guys, leave a comment below. Also, check out our merchandise at teespring.com. Stupid should hurt. Again, if there was a lot more hurt in this world, there'd be a lot less stupid. The problem is, we don't have enough hurt. But hurt is coming back. Hurt is going to make a comeback. You watch and see. T-shirts in the description below. You can see the links in the description below. I appreciate that. Hit that like button before you go. That lets YouTube know people watch and enjoy our channel. And I'll see you next time on American Homestead. We'll continue on with our barter series coming up shortly. Got lots of great stuff coming for you. Love y'all.
Hey guys, I'm happy to introduce an American Homestead sponsor, Zervita Zeal. Now, first off, I only accept sponsors from products that I use and believe in. My family uses Zeal mainly because we want to ensure a healthy immune system. You see, it's made up of only whole food concentrates and includes no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. The included sweetener is all natural from fruit and the stevia leaf. It's gluten-free, it's vegan, and it's kosher. In 2018, my youngest son was involved in a bike accident that resulted in the surgical removal of his spleen, and that's an important part of his immune system. And because we live on a farm, you can guess that having a healthy immune system for our family is very important. Some of the included ingredients are beetroot, chicory root, turmeric, moringa, blueberries, cranberry, goji berry, milk thistle, ginseng, alfalfa, broccoli, and so much more. It's these natural ingredients that can easily be made into a powerful and tasty drink that my family can make and feel good about. So sign up and give it a try today. Every purchase you make goes to help the homestead so that we can continue to make great homesteading videos for you. Link is in the description below. Go ahead, give it a try. Hey guys, did you know you can become a patron of an American Homestead? They get access to private videos, and we send them gifts from the homestead that we make here on the homestead. And we also enter our patrons into special giveaways that are only available to them. And before you go, please check out these other great videos. Go ahead, click. Oh wait.